Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and coming up here, it's mailbag time. I answer y'all's questions. Appreciate everyone who always tunes into our live shows here on the Raiders Report. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. That way you never miss a video. So let's talk about this real quick. Remember, when you throw in those questions, I'll answer them. Hellcat Q, you think JJ will have another monster game against the Bolts? I'm hoping that he does. I mean, when you really consider the fact that Jacobs right now leads the NFL with 1,159 rushing yards, leads in total yards of 1,400 and something, most first downs, like when you think about overall first downs, 80 first downs for Jacobs. The next closest guy, I believe, is Tillery with 57. I mean, it's Josh Jacobs' world, and we're all living in it. On top of that, you got the Chargers, who are ranked 30th in the NFL in terms of rushing yards against backs. This has all the makeup to have a huge game for Jacobs. Let's go to Kyle. What up, Kyle? Waller has been out since Week 5. He has been out since Week 5, dealing with that hamstring injury. I'm hoping that he comes back sooner rather than later, because whether you like Waller right now or whether you dislike Waller, I don't really believe that anybody thinks that he can't help out this team. I know Waller can help out this team. Let's go to today's live Thursday football MVP, Isaac Hernandez. Shots, shots, shots. LFG. We're taking some shots here on the show. Don't you worry. Wild one. Does 100 count towards the boot? Yes. Of course it does. Jeff, got a new shot game for you guys on the McNumbnuts. Press. You can take a shot every time he says, you know, then your hashtag wasted. You should add that to, you know, it is what it is, or listen to that man talk at a press conference drives me up a wall. Brandon Jasper, it feels so good when it hits your lips. Mitch and Chugs, one each. Cheers. If you're watching this live, we will play shot clock. If you're watching this on a later date, this is a game we like to play every $10 super chat that comes in. We're taking a shot. Justin, how much does a Buffalo win tonight help out the Raiders? Now, remember, we are filming this live on Thursday. So when the Raiders entered this week, they had a 4% chance of making the playoffs. A Bills win, the chances go up to 5% for the Raiders to make the playoffs. With the Patriots win, the Raiders' chance to make the playoffs actually dip down to 2%. Let's go to B-Ray. What up, B? Everyone brings up Waller as the cancer, but what about Renfro? He played really bad before an oblique injury. So here's the thing, though. There's not really reports out there that I have heard from people who I trust that doubt that Renfro is in a situation. I was actually told by a source that I trust that the Raiders asked Renfro to go on the IR. I don't know how true that one is. I still got to probably figure out that one a little bit more. I'm not going to rip on Renfro, though, because the oblique injury is a strange injury, no doubt. He's had a lot of concussion issues this year, so I think the Waller one is more concerning because it's been going on now for over a year, and he got paid the way that he did. Not that Renfro didn't get paid, but Waller one is a little bit more concerning. The Week 13 matchup, we got the Raiders-Chargers. Last time I checked, the Raiders were 1-point underdogs, and hopefully y'all are real ones. And if you are, spam RO4L down in the comments, because Jeremy Chugs and I, we're going to be doing a watch party. Sunday, Raiders-Chargers. Last week we had 125,000 people join. The largest watch party, or one of the largest I've ever done, was Week 18 when the Raiders played the Chargers. You know what I'm talking about. Hit that subscribe button. Javier, is Josh Jacobs playing against the Chargers? Yeah, he's going to play. I know he's been nursing a calf injury. By all accounts, though, he's going to play. So with that being said, how many touches will Josh Jacobs get this week versus the Chargers? I want to know, how many touches will Josh Jacobs get this week against Chargers? My number is going to be 28. 28 touches this week for Jacobs. Let's go to YD Raider. 5 more towards the Drank Raiders. And then Wild One. 14. Tick, tick. Wild One says, drink it up. You're on the clock. Bang! OG. Bring in a veteran like J.J. Watt or Fletcher Cox to help. I think both of those players would be great fits. Not so much from how much they can bring to the table still, but J.J. Watt would make every single one of those players bust their freaking balls every single week. And then Cox as well. I don't know if I can say bust their balls and Cox in the same sentence. They would definitely help, though, the interior defensive line for this Las Vegas Raiders team. Now, guys, today's show sponsor, really happy to have Fetch back on board here. Really, really cool app where you can actually turn your receipts into gift cards. And I know everyone out there shops, so why not get some extra gift cards? Let me tell you a little bit here about Fetch. The Raiders Report is brought to you by Fetch. Fetch is a super easy to use and free app that lets you earn rewards on literally anything you can. Scan on any physical receipt, e-receipt, you'll earn points for your purchases, and the process only takes seconds. You don't have to worry about where the receipt is from or what it's on. Let me show you how simple it is. All you do is open the Fetch app, press the orange camera button, and snap a photo of your receipt. Then hit submit. You'll see the confetti pop showing you that you've earned more rewards points. It's a simple process. You can also click the e-receipt function to get rewarded on your Amazon purchases and other online shopping by syncing your email account. You can then redeem those points for gift cards at Amazon, Starbucks, or the hundreds of retailers and restaurants available. Fetch is available on iPhone and Android. Use our link, chatsports.com/fetch, and enter promo code chat. Sign up for 5,000 points when you scan your first receipt. That's the equivalent of a free $5 gift card to get started. It's a free app, and the 5,000 bonus points is only for a limited time. So get started now. Chatsports.com/fetch and enter promo code chat. The link is also going to be in the comments and in the description of today's video. So during the holidays, I'm trying to get you guys more deals to put a little extra money in your pocket. I know last season when we did this, it was a really awesome tool. I also know that I was able to rack up, I think I got like up to $20 in gift cards last year because, let's face it, I do. I shop, I go get a lot of groceries, and depending on who their certain like sponsors are, not sponsors, partnerships, that's what I was looking for, you can even get more bonus points for that. Let's go to Hellcat Q. Mitch, starting defense list. This upcoming week, if Nate Hobbs is out there, we start at the defensive line. Chandler Jones, Andrew Billings, Bilal Nichols, Max Crosby. Linebackers, Denzel Perryman. And then I'm probably going to throw out Luke Masterson. I don't know. Maybe they try Jayon Brown. We'll see. Nate Hobbs, Amik Robertson, Deron Harmon, Trevon Merrick, Rock Ya-Sin. I'll tell you what. If I was, now that I just said that out loud, I don't know if I would put Jayon Brown out there. I would try to put like one of the extra Raiders cornerbacks on Austin Eckler. That way they don't let him get roasted, because this season the Las Vegas Raiders have allowed the most catches and the most receiving yards to the running back position. Let's go to AR89 GMU. Who is more important this week, Jerry Tillery or Denzel Perryman? Oh, man. Well, I know the Chargers' interior offensive line, according to PFF, is ranked like the 5th and 6th worst in terms of guards. Both not great. I'm still probably going to go with Perriman, though, because the Chargers are going to try to run the football, and slowing down Eckler is a huge, huge part in this game. So what do y'all think, though? Who's the more important player? More important player. Shout out to Chugs. Jerry Tillery or Denzel Perriman? If you think it's Tillery, I want you to type 90. If you think it's Perriman, I want you to type 52. Let's go to Zoo. This is perhaps the most money I've seen donated in a 400-viewer stream. For real, though, Jacobs against the Chargers, horrible run defense is going to be fun. We've done a lot of Thursday night shows where a lot more money has been donated and a lot crazier stuff has happened. I think at the end of the day, Raider Nation likes to party, and Raider Nation likes to have a good time. I also think that that's what family does, man. Family steps up. We have a good time together. Let's go to Joshua. If we trade or cut Waller, do we keep Foster Moreau or do we go out and get a new tight end? It's a great question. I believe that if you moved on from Waller, you probably do want to try to bring back Foster, though from what I understand, not that the Raiders don't like Foster, they're going to let him test the free agent market. They're going to bring back Waller, and then you're probably going to see them bring in another tight end. Let's go to J-Ski. When we get rid of Carr, who do you want? I mean, if I had any pick, if Lamar Jackson somehow hits the open market, I offer him the most money possible. If it's not him, I would say the most likely option then is either Brady or Jimmy Garoppolo. But, hey, that's just what I think. And remember, y'all, you can always interact with me on social media, at Mitchell Renz 365, Twitter, Instagram. We also make videos over on Locals as well. RaidersReport.locals.com. You can ask this guy named Brandon Jasper, a.k.a. Def Jasper. Let's go to Brute Warrior. Should we re-sign Jacobs and forego Carr's contract and pick up a cheaper quarterback option? I think that you should franchise tag Jacobs. I am team franchise tag. I think Josh has obviously done an incredible job. There might be teams out there that want to give him more money, but to me, the thing that makes the most sense for the Las Vegas Raiders is franchise tagging Josh Jacobs. Make him prove it another year. Make him prove it another year. That's what I do. Let's go to Hiker Curtis. Any chance the Raiders could try to convince OBJ to play for us? Unfortunately, I don't see OBJ coming to the Raiders, and Jeremy, of course, we always got this question on tap. Should the Raiders sign Odell Beckham, OBJ for yes, no BJ for no? If I was a betting man, I'm going to go with everything that I hear, everybody that I trust. I think he goes to the Dallas Cowboys. It kills me to say that, but OBJ cares about money and he cares about his image. There's no team that's probably going to help you out more planning for after football than the Dallas Cowboys right now. Vincenzo, should the Raiders re-sign Rock Ya-Sin until the offseason? So far, he's a shutdown corner. If so, what is his contract projection? I would bring back Rock. He's been really solid. I think the first touchdown he gave up was last week against Tyler Lockett. And if the Raiders could actually get some pressure, you would even see a better version of Rock Ya-Sin. I also love Rock because he's a competitive dude. He brings that tenacity. He brings that toughness. And just overall, he's just that dude. So I want the Raiders to bring back Rock. In terms of how much is it going to cost per year? Oh, man, I don't know. $9 million per year is probably the market that Rock Ya-Sin's going to go for. Maybe 8, 7, somewhere in there. Zobo, when does Renfrow come back? I believe Renfrow can come back next week, if my memory serves me correct in terms of since when he's been out. It might be week 15, though. Let's go to Jaquin Vasquez. Do you think Chandler Jones records a sack this week? I think Crosby gets at least 2. I feel like I've been saying yes to this question for a long time. So with Chandler Jones, I don't know what you're going to get. I will admit, though, since Jerry Tillery, Andrew Billings, Bilal Nichols, all those guys have stepped up, which has really helped out your edge rushers as well. Juan Hernandez, what up, bro? Mitch, did you hear about the situation with AB? He needs to go to a mental hospital. I'm glad we got rid of him. For those of you that don't know, friendly reminder again, I am recording this video on Thursday. The AB situation is which actually I can read right now because something new just happened. So the police department says right now that there is an active investigation on Antonio Brown, who is wanted. There has been multiple attempts to take Brown into custody, but to protect the integrity of the investigation, they won't release more info. So right now, AB is dealing with some sort of domestic violence issue, and he's trapped inside of his house, from what I understand. And the Tampa police is trying to get him out, and he's refusing to come out of his house. I mean, it's like a real-life situation for AB right now. Hellcat, Sunday's MVP, Killa Cruisin'. Killa Cruisin' was Sunday's MVP. Oh, who's going to be the Sunday's MVP for the Raiders? I just think if you're not choosing Josh Jacobs anymore, it's just a bad investment of your time and your money. I'm gonna go Josh Jacobs. Appreciate everyone tuned in for this mailbag. We got 411 people watching this live show. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't turned on those notifications, make sure you do so.